Welcome to day 198 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. We're doing one thing every day to be a better version of ourselves. And this month we're focusing on mental health and mental well-being. And today's topic is the Lifeline exercise. I love this exercise. We talk about it every month. We talk about it every month for at least the last couple of years, that we focus on an area of the life framework. This month we're focusing on mental health and well-being. Next month, emotional. Just a little preview there. We've talked about a lot of these areas already, and we're going to talk about all 9 of them in detail for 1 month at a time as we do something every day to be a better version of ourselves. And by breaking it down into little teeny bite-sized pieces, it's easy to do, and it's amazing how much we can accomplish in a year by just doing one little thing every day. So today, the Lifeline exercise. What is it? If you haven't done it, if you're just joining me now, it is like those timelines that we used in school when we were in grade school and high school, and we were looking at big world events like world wars or big events in history. They'd have a timeline of things that led up to that event, that big event, and then even a timeline that after. So I like to do the same thing with my life and help other people to do the same, because it helps us to be more self-aware, to look at ourselves and say, okay, this is what happened. How did it affect me mentally? How did it affect my thoughts and my beliefs? And we'll talk about emotions next month. How did it affect and impact my emotions and emotional development and intelligence at the time? But everything we think, everything we believe is because of either something we've heard or learned or been exposed to, or some experiences that we've had in our lifetime. And that's why we plot on a line from our date of birth to, I always put a continuing arrow, and I've obviously used this one since 2020, but I've got 2021, 2022, 2023, 4, and 2025, and then a big arrow, meaning we're going to keep going, because I don't plan on checking out in 2025. I don't know about you, but I plan on being here for at least another couple of decades. So we map on it, we plot out, if you haven't done it already, big events that happen in our life, big and little, depending on if it's important to you, write it down. If it's something that you remember and pops into your mind, it's important, so you should write it down. And it might not be important from a mental health standpoint, but you might find out that when we're doing physical or something, that it is important. So if you broke your leg or something, that's probably a big deal, and it probably impacted more than just you physically breaking your leg. I mean, I have things like I fell off my trike and ripped my face open when I was 2. I've got puberty. I don't know about you, but didn't puberty have an impact on your life? Most of us, it did. We had a lot of self-image changes, especially mentally, in terms of how we viewed our identity and ourselves and things. I've got my sudden cardiac arrest on here. I've got my divorce. I've got all kinds of things. When my granddaughters were born, when my kids were born, bought my first house, etc. So different jobs I had in different careers, different businesses I've owned, they're all on here because they all have had an impact on my life sometime. That's why it's called My Lifeline. Now, this is a teeny version that I can hold up and share. I've got mine actually on one of those presentation boards. It's one of those trifold presentation boards. So I can go through and I can plot on it the areas of my life, and then I can look and see, I can literally see the connections or where things are linked and when they're not linked. A lot of times when our emotions and our mental state and our ideas and thoughts are positive and high, we see better results in all the different areas in our life. And we might notice that when they're low or negative, we see struggles and more challenges and more upsets and more bad things happening in our life. Guess what? We define what good and bad is. So what are we going to do today? Our action item today is to, if you've already created your Lifeline, plot on it the impact on your mental health and well-being of different major events, different key events. I like to use above the line and below the line. If it's positive, it goes above the line. If it's negative, it goes below the line. And it's interesting that sometimes we'll look back at an event that we thought was positive, and it turns out it was a negative for us, and we missed an opportunity or it held us back from something. Or we'll look at an event that was negative, and we'll be like, oh my God, that's one of the best things that ever happened to me, because that's when I got the courage to actually make the changes I needed to make in my relationship, in my life, in my career, etc. All right, that's it. If you have any questions about this, literally done this Lifeline exercise thousands of times, maybe even tens of thousands of times with different people. So if you need help, all you have to do is ask. Go out, make it an amazing day, have fun with this, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.